Welcome to Scrum Masters Elite_UK, a place to share Scrum perspectives and practical lessons. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss valuable content. Thank you.
In elite sports, especially contact disciplines like rugby, the boundary between instinctive play and actions considered fouls can sometimes be very thin. The controversial situation between Nick Frost and Henry Bell in the match between the Brumbies and the Highlanders is not just a simple collision, but also opens up many deeper perspectives on rules, technique, competitive psychology, and how the community reacts to events that are not fully understood. What makes me think the most is not about who was right or wrong in that moment of contact, but how judgments are formed, from referees and experts to fans. In an era where social media is so powerful, just a few seconds of edited video can lead a player to be assigned negative intentions that may not truly reflect the nature of the incident. The fact that some people accused Nick Frost of deliberately headbutting an opponent shows how easily we can sometimes be swept away by emotion rather than objective analysis. However, after listening to insights from experienced former players such as James Parsons and Bryn Hall, I realized an important point. Expert perspectives must always be prioritized in such situations. They do not only look at the outcome of the collision but also analyze body position, technique, and the fundamental principles of the sport. What they emphasize is not malicious intent, but technical responsibility, specifically maintaining appropriate body height in contact situations.
From this, I draw a very clear lesson for myself. In any field, mastering the fundamentals is always a decisive factor. In rugby, lowering the body's center of gravity not only gives players a tactical advantage but also reduces the risk of injury. If these principles are ignored, the consequences may go beyond a penalty or a yellow card. They can also affect the safety of oneself and others. Another notable point is Parsons' emphasis on simplicity and consistency in applying the rules. This makes me think about many aspects of life. When rules are unclear or constantly changing, people easily become confused and lose direction. Conversely, when rules are applied consistently, people know how to adjust their behavior accordingly. This is not only a lesson for sports but also for education, work, and society in general. For fans, this story also carries an important message. Watching sports is not only about supporting your favorite team, but also about learning to view issues from multiple perspectives. Instead of rushing to criticize an individual, we should carefully understand the context, listen to different viewpoints, and respect the decisions of experts. This not only helps us become more civilized spectators but also contributes to a healthier sporting environment. From a community perspective, this incident reflects the reality that we live in an era where information spreads very quickly, but is not always accurate or complete. This requires each person to be more responsible in receiving and sharing information. An unfounded judgment can seriously affect the reputation and career of an athlete, people who have invested a great deal of effort to reach their position.
I was also particularly impressed by Bryn Hall's view that Frost's action was instinctive rather than intentional. This made me reflect on the nature of reflexes in high-pressure situations. In sports, as in life, there are moments when people must react almost instantly, without time for careful consideration. Therefore, developing proper technique and good habits in advance is extremely important, as they are what will automatically emerge under pressure. From this story, I realize that fairness does not always mean pleasing everyone. A referee's decision may be controversial, but what matters is that it is based on clear rules and criteria. In a world where everyone has their own opinion, maintaining an objective evaluation system is essential to ensure fairness. The final lesson I draw is about how we deal with controversy. Instead of seeing it as something negative, we can treat it as an opportunity to learn and improve ourselves. Discussions, when conducted respectfully and based on reason, help us understand issues more deeply and broaden our perspective. In conclusion, the collision between Nick Frost and Henry Bell is not just an event in a rugby match, but also a life lesson about technique, discipline, fairness, and how people react to unclear situations. For myself, it is a reminder to always stay calm, thoroughly understand situations before making judgments, and continuously learn to improve. For fans, it is an opportunity to become more responsible and knowledgeable spectators. And for the community, it is a call for awareness and fairness in how we receive information. Sport, after all, is not only about physical competition, but also a reflection of core human values. And it is precisely these controversial moments that help us see those values more clearly, if we are patient and objective enough to reflect on them.
Thank you for following Scrum Masters Elite_UK. Subscribe so you don't miss sports content and lessons. See you again.